Hello, my name is Kevin Yael Olivares Olmedo. I'm fourth semester student of Mechanical Electrical Engineering, and in this video I will present my final integrative task for the intermediately English course. And this task is about comparing the culture of English-speaking countries with that of Mexico. So let's get started. Culture is a window how people live, celebrate, and connect with each other. We will compare the traditional food, music, sports, and history landmarks of Mexico with those of English-speaking countries, such as the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. We see both strict differences and shared values. Let's explore these fascinating aspects together. To beginning with, festivals and traditional are a cornerstone of cultural identity. In Mexico, Dia de Muertos is one of the most iconic celebrations where families honor their dedicated loved one by creating altars, decorating them with marigolds, and offering food like sugar skulls and tamales. It's not just a festival, it's a heartfelt tribute to the departed. On the other hand, in the United States, celebrate Halloween, which involves costume popping, carving, and streak or tearing. While both holidays revolve around the dead, they do in very different ways. However, it's interesting to note that if Halloween and blending with Dia de Muertos, we might have seen a fusion of spooky costume and traditional altars. Continuing with the theme of celebrations, Christmas is another example of shared yet distinct traditions. In Mexico, las posadas are celebrated in the days leading up to the Christmas, featuring processions, piñatas, and carols. Meanwhile, in countries like the US and UK, people focus on decorating Christmas trees, exchanging gifts, and enjoying festival meals. If these customs were combined, imagine the joy of singing carols while breaking a piñata. From entertainment, we moved seamlessly to sports, another universal aspect of culture. Soccer is undeniably the king of sport in Mexico, uniting families and communities as they cheer for their favorite team. In contrast, the US leans heavily on sports like American football, basketball, and baseball, with events like the Super Bowl becoming culture phenomenon. Meanwhile, Canada loves hockey in huge, reflecting its cold climate and the shepherd. If Mexico's passion for soccer were as widespread in these countries, the sporting rivals could be even more intense. Education sets the stage for entertainment, particularly music and cinema. Mexico has rich musical heritage with genres like mariachi, banda, and ranchera, which reflects its culture and emotional depth. In contrast, English-speaking countries dominate global music charts with pop, rock, and hip-hop. Artists like Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, and Ed Sheeran have massive international followings, just as Mexican icons like Vicente Fernández captive audiences around the world. Similarly, while Hollywood is the emphasis of global cinema, Mexican filmmakers like Guillermo del Toro and Alfonso Cuarón have made remarkable contributions, blending the unique perspective with global narratives. Thank you for watching, and I hope this journey through cultural comparison has been an enriching for you as it has been for me. See you next time. Shifting from food and education, we see another fantastic area of comparison. Mexican public schools often face changes like limited resources and large class size. Yet there has been significant progress in making education more accessible. In contrast, countries like Canada and the US emphasize creative and extracurricular activities, which help students develop teamwork and leadership skills. If Mexican schools adopted these approaches, they might create even more opportunity for their students. Moreover, the rise of online education has allowed students from all of these countries to learn from each other, fostering a global exchange of ideas. Festival naturally leads us to food, which is often the highlight on any celebrations. Mexican cuisine is now worldwide for its bold and vibrant flavors. Dishes like tacos, mole, and pozole are not just a meal, they are symbols of Mexican identity. In contrast, British food tends to be simpler, but quietly hearty with classics like fish and crepes, shepherd's pie, and Sunday's rolls. Meanwhile, Canada offers unique dishes such as poutine, reflecting its matricular roots. In conclusion, the culture of Mexico and English-speaking countries reveals a rich tapestry of traditions, values, and perspectives. While Mexico thrives on community, history, and vibrant expressions of life, English-speaking nations often emphasize innovations, diversity, and global influence. Exploring this culture reminds us of the beauty in our difference and the potential for connection all across borders. If travelers combine visits to both regions, they will be experiencing breathtaking journey through the contrasting yet equally captivating and histories. Okay. Finally, no cultural exploration will be complete without discussing history, glad makers, and tourists. Mexico ancient history is beautifully preserved landmarks like pyramids of Teotihuacan of ruins of Chichen Itza, which attracts of millions of tourists. On the other hand, the UK boasts unique cities such as Stone Age, Buckingham Palace, and medieval castles, offering a glimpse into its royal feudal past.